Hey YouTube, it's Noah, and I'm coming to you today with an update video. First things first is kind of an explanation to you why I haven't been on YouTube in a video making sense in the past couple of months, in fact the past 6 months. And that's because both my parents were in serious automotive accidents. Yeah, and that is one part of it. Also, I was a senior in high school, so I was really going through a lot of stuff in terms of actual work. It was my second semester, and so I really had to stay working. I was in all AP classes, and it was very difficult. But I got through it. Both my parents are a lot better now, and I won't tell you much about what happened because it's really personal and not something I want to divulge. But it was heavy, and there was a point where I was kind of the emotional center of the house. So that's why I haven't been on YouTube in the past 6 months, aside from a few weeks ago when I started posting videos again. Now, moving on to happier news is that Vidcon was a few weeks ago, and I thought I'd catch you up on what all happened there. So, at Vidcon, like I find myself doing more and more often, I met a lot of really interesting, lovely people who either I knew from YouTube and were very small, or I didn't know at all. Some of those people were Amanda McKenna of Amanda's Chronicles, Ann Lukens of Sunken Lane, who are two people who I knew, Jelly and Day, Ashley Mardell. I also met the whole Apprentice A team, which was the Apprentice A team. That's funny. But which was very cool. I had a very long, extended conversation with Brianna Fitch, which was lovely. There are a hell of a lot of squirrels and crows in that yard. Look, there's so many squirrels and crows. That's crazy. If you can't tell, I'm not in my usual venue for my walking vlog. And it was really interesting getting to meet those small YouTubers such as Ann Lukens, who I was able to become really good friends with. And she's a very interesting YouTuber. She also has had a notable hiatus from her YouTube channel, and so I went back and watched a bunch of her videos, and there's a few that I'm thinking of making responses to. Doing that, I also met one of the Gregory brothers, both Sarah and Catherine Green. Met Weezy Waiter again, because we always see Weezy Waiter. Saw Hank Green around a lot. Saw Julia again, Julia Nunes, for those of you who don't know. And she's awesome, and she might be playing in my dad's living room sometime soon. Who knows? But she's really cool. She's a good friend. And she only had one performance at VidCon, which was nutty and not cool, Hank. What else? Also, vis-a-vis VidCon, now I am using Twitter a hell of a lot more than I did a month ago. Mainly, I used it at VidCon to kind of call to YouTubers and catch them and find out where they are, so Professor Puppet and I could make videos. That's another thing that happened at VidCon, is that Professor Puppet and I made videos. Other people I met there were Joanna Sotomora and the whole Emma Approved team. And I'd met them all before, and they're really cool. They remembered me, and I was able to have some, actual conversation. Saw a lot of great performances. Met George Watsky. That was a real highlight. He is a charming young man. Also met a lot of really great poets at George Watsky's Brave New Voices panel. Also, another life update is that I am now a camp counselor at my favorite camp in the world, U-Camps, and my nickname there is Cosmos, because all the camp counselors get funny nicknames. My friends are all also camp counselors there now too, which is pretty radical. Gonna be going off to Comic-Con in a few days, actually. We're heading off there Wednesday morning. Driving down to San Diego. Gonna be a hell of a lot of fun. I'm gonna try also and make a lot more videos, and keep with that promise I made about 6 months ago at the beginning of this year to make more videos. Been a pretty good time, aside the 2 major automotive accidents my parents were in, but you know, we are strong people and we recovered from that. So that goes to show you can't keep good people down. Anyway, I am Noah Gray and you are the internet, and I will see you later.